Today's secret void is Deadwing. Deadwing. Hello kids, it's Robert with Block Sonic Wafers, and here we are back to hopefully wrap up the videos on my Porcupine in a Tree collection and Stevie Wilson stuff. And I'm probably going to have to run through these rather quickly because I don't want to drag this thing along into 4 parts if I can help it, because I don't think people are going to tag along for that long, if they'll tag along for this long. So here we go. We have Fear of a Blank Planet, which is a takeoff on the Fear of a Black Planet. But this album is basically about the way society is raising our children with drugs and guns and video games and distractions of that nature. So that's Fear of a Blank Planet. Very good album. Stepping right up to Deadwing, our secret void of the day. Another very progressive and slightly hard-edged album. Porcupine Tree's Octane Twisted. This is a 2 CD live album, and it's got mainly stuff from the Incident, and then a little bit of older stuff. You've got the Hate Song, Rush on Ice, Stars Die, Bonnie the Cat, Even Less, Arriving Somewhere But Not Here. Grace for Drowning. This is a Steven Wilson project, and we're jumping ahead a little bit. The thing I find about some of these Steven Wilson projects, he tries a little too hard to be profound in his lyrics and titles and lengthy in his tracks. There's some really good stuff on here, but I found that once we got to Raider 2, which is like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about the 12th track, and you're already kind of thinking, when is this thing going to end? And then Raider 2 goes on for way too long, in my opinion. Your mileage may differ and vary. Let me know in the comments below. And another Steven Wilson, The Raven That Refused to Sing. Being very experimental in his solo material. Now we're jumping back to Porcupine Tree. I don't have these in any order. This is the aforementioned The Incident. This has got Occam's Razor on it. Time Flies, which was a really good video you may or may not have seen. This is Nil Reoccurring, which were actually bonus tracks from one of these other Porcupine Tree albums, and they decided to put it out as an EP. It's got Normal, Cheating the Polygraph, and What Happens Next. 3 tracks. And here we have We Lost the Skyline, which is a rather extravagant title for a live in-store appearance, Park Avenue, Orlando, on the 4th of October 2007. It's got 8 tracks. The Sky Moves Sideways, Even Less, Stars Die, Waiting, Normal, Drown With Me, Lazarus, Trains, 33 minutes. And it's really Steven Wilson and John Wesley, just the duo. Now we are getting into basically surround sound stuff. This is called Drive Home, and it's a little bit of stuff from his solo albums. It's got Drive Home, The Raven That Refused to Sing, The Holy Drinker, Watchmaker, some just audio content, and then it's got a CD, Drive Home, The Birthday Party, The Raven That Refused to Sing, The Holy Drinker, The Watchmaker. So basically the same stuff again, but part of that is DVD and in 5.1. So that's what we're starting into basically, is the 5.1 stuff. Except for this. This is a bonus CD that came with Lightbulb Sun. Got 2 tracks, Novak and Buying New Soul instrumental backing track. And I told you that my entry point into Porcupine Tree was In Absentia. Here is In Absentia on DVD audio/video. It's 5.1 in DTS, and this is really where I got started. I had first heard the sound of Muzak on a mix disc, and so I picked this up and have been growing my collection ever since. Jumping backward, here is Stupid Dream in 5.1. This and Lightbulb Sun are 2 of my favorite 5.1 mixes by Steven Wilson, and those 2, in my opinion, are probably what got him hired on to so many other classic projects. Here's Lightbulb Sun. Some really great 5.1 mixes in here. Okay, we've already showed the CD version, but here's the DTS surround sound version of Dead Wing with bonus tracks. I love me some 5.1. And here's the 5.1 version of Fear of a Blank Planet. This has the nil reoccurring bonus tracks on it in 5.1 that wound up on that disc I showed earlier. And it's got some video material on here. The Incident, again, but this again is the 5.1 version. Insurgente. I'm not sure how you pronounce this one. Insurgentes, I believe. And this is the 5.1 version of that. It's another one of those long ones that sometimes I have a hard time sitting all the way through. This does have 2 discs in it. Grace for Drowning, Blu-ray, 5.1. Hand Cannot Erase, Blu-ray, 5.1. Anesthetized live in Tilburg. I showed the 4 LP box set. This is the Blu-ray in 5.1 with some nice extras. And Steven Wilson's To the Bone in 5.1. Arriving Somewhere. This was actually the first live DVD I had of Porcupine Tree. I loaned that DVD out and it never came home. So then they reissued it. I think it's Blu-ray on this one. But this has the CD of the audio and the Blu-ray of the concert. And that's a tour that I saw. So I really like this one. And this is a tour that I had tickets for, but did not get to see. This is Home Invasion. This is when Steven was doing a 3-hour show. But the show I had tickets for was in Asheville, North Carolina, which requires me to go over a pretty substantial mountain. And there was a pretty substantial storm warning, which led to Steven shortening the show to 90 minutes. But with the fear of snow on that mountain road, I opted to play it safe and stay on this side. I regret that, and I regret not seeing this tour on the 3-hour version. But here it is. There's a lot of great stage effects and presentation involved in this show right here. If you don't have it, Home Invasion, I highly recommend all of this stuff. Finally, another live show, and this is called Get All You Deserve. It's another Steven Wilson solo band outfit, not Porcupine Tree. In this tour they had Marco Miniman on the drums. I really like Marco. I'm sorry he didn't do more with these guys, but he's still out there. This has got Citadel, No Twilight Within the Courts of the Sun, Index, Deformed to Form a Star, Secretarian, Postcard, Remainder of the Black Dog, Harmony Korine, Abandoner, The Dust I Have Cleaned from My Eyes, Luminol, The Part of Me, Raider 2, Get All You Deserve, recorded live at Teatro Metropolitan, Mexico City in 2012. And that pretty much wraps up my collection of Porcupine Tree There are a couple of Steven Wilson solo projects that have been issued, and I have not picked up as of this point. I will probably eventually do so, but I have not as of yet. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed a peek into my collection of such, and I hope you enjoy whatever you've got by a porcupine tree. And if you don't have any, I recommend you go out and try some. Now, what you get from their earlier career is going to be totally different than what you get from the middle or later in their career. They are progressive in more ways than one. So that's it for me. I will be throwing together another video soon. Hope you're having a great day. Out.